Hi everyone, welcome to our last session. Thanks for putting your phones down, I appreciate that. All right, so this is our final session of our first generation small group, okay? What we'll do before we get started, well one, I want to let you know we have some snacks, so help yourself to M&Ms and some fruit snacks, okay? That's just our little way of celebrating while we talk. Again, before we get started, I just want to review our group norms, okay, for the group. 1, respect each other, protect confidentiality, and commit to the process. And you all have done all of those, so congratulations, thank you. And it's the last session, so you've committed to this process. What we are going to do for today, we are going to do our first activity. And we are going to discuss beliefs about college, okay, and about going to college. And last time we talked about, again, how your family would feel about you going to college if you got accepted, and whether they're supportive, whether they're not, how you would feel about it. And we did the family tree, okay. So what we're going to talk about today, and we'll just do like a little round robin. Let's talk about beliefs about college, okay? And this includes your beliefs and your family beliefs. And I'm just going to write some of these things down, and then we're going to discuss if those beliefs are true, if they're not, if they're helpful, if they're not, okay? And these could be perceptions as well, okay? I think that might be a better way to describe it. So what are your all perceptions about college? And it could be about anything. It could be about living as a college student. It could be about classes, financial aid, anything.
College is more expensive, or is expensive.
Okay, yeah. Anything else?
The material is harder than high school.
Harder than high school. Okay.
More freedom.
Freedom. Okay.
You have to pay for the classes. So without that,
More motivation.
yeah.
Need motivation. Okay.
You need to study like what you want.
Yeah, it's more specific
Yeah,
in
you
high
have
school.
to study something.
Okay.
So,
What about, let's think of some other things. What is your perception about living on your own? As far as like, how would it feel going to your dorm and not having someone make you dinner or breakfast?
Scary.
Mm-hmm.
Independent.
Yeah.
More freedom than.
Growing up, yeah.
Yeah.
it's more
More
learning.
responsibility.
Okay. True.
Cereal for breakfast and dinner.
Now, what are your, how do your parents perceive college? Like, what are their perceptions?
Debt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's money.
That's a good one.
It's money.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. So when I went to college, I'd like to share this. My parents thought that college was like a fairy tale. Like I was going to fairy tale land. They thought it was really, I don't know, they didn't always think about the hard part of it, but they thought, oh, she's going to go have fun and it's going to be easy. And I think that comes with a cultural thing. Like they don't understand. They don't understand what.
Because I've never there.
Exactly. So what are some other perceptions that parents may have? What about when it comes to, when you mentioned freedom, what about like parties? What are the parents' perceptions about that in college?
Scary.
You just party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not working hard.
Okay. Okay.
They probably won't understand how much you have to work.
The whole idea of college might be scary to them because they don't know what to expect.
Right. Okay. Okay. What about what's your perception of what it's going to feel like when you can't, walk into the living room and see your mom or your dad or your siblings and get a hug from them when you want it?
Lonely kind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's independence more.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something you have to get used to. at some point in your life, so.
True. Yeah.
Growing up.
Absolutely. Okay.
So you have to learn how to schedule.
Very good. So time management. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, how about for those of you who play sports? What is your perception of sports and academics in college? How does that all?
That
What do you-
more time management.
Yeah, just more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you have to prioritize things,
Okay.
work a little harder,
Okay.
wake up a little.
Yeah. And Bryn and Molly, Molly, I know you're interested in pre-med, and Bryn, you're interested in nursing.
Mhm.
So what are your perceptions about going to college and balancing all that?
It's like intimidating, because
Mhm.
it's like really intense.
Yeah.
At least like I know for nursing it is.
Right. Absolutely.
I'll agree with that.
Okay. Okay, good. So, as you guys came up with a great list, so do you think all of those are pretty valid?
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah. What about some of the perceptions that families have, especially about the partying aspect? Do you think that's 100% accurate? That parents may think that you're going to go and party all the time?
Yeah,
Probably.
because,
Okay, that's a very honest answer, so thank you.
but I don't necessarily think it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on who.
Maybe
For
if,
some
like,
people,
if you
but
play
listen.
sport, they still might think you party, but maybe not as much.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Right.
I mean, still that comes with you have to balance. You have to learn how to balance. Like maybe you partied all freshman year and messed your grades up, and then you have to learn sophomore year how to schedule like.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
to learn.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Very good. I think that's excellent because that is a normal process when you go to college. You have all that freedom, and you know how to always manage your freedom. So that time management is big with everything: academics, your freedom, your coursework. Okay. All right. What we're going to do now is we have I have someone coming in to talk to you who is himself a first generation college student. You may, or you probably don't, or not aware of it. It is Coach Fleischacker, or otherwise known as Coach Fly. Okay, so yep. So he is going to come in and talk to you a little bit about his experience as a first generation college student, and he doesn't have much time. So, but after he talks to you, we'll just chat about what he had to share. Okay. All right. Come on over, Coach Fly, and you can sit in my seat, and I'll sit
Thank you,
aside.
Miss Davis.
My guy.
How you two doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah. And your name is?
Bryn.
Hi, Bryn.
I'm Molly.
Molly. I happen to know these two. So, how you guys been?
All right. What about you,
Excellent.
Coach?
I'm fantastic. Miss Darlene had asked me to come in and talk with you guys for a first generation college student. Just tell you a little bit of my story. My mom was a single parent. Had no father figure in my life. So the drive and the direction, for my family or my mother wasn't really around education. It was all about getting a job after high school, working, helping support the household. So I didn't get a lot of push to further my education. But a member of my family, my uncle, he was at the time, he was about close to 40 years old, and he was going back to school to get his degree. And that motivated me to push forward. So I was working full time, going to community college for a couple years, and then from there, with that motivation and learning, I wanted to continue my education. So without the push of my uncle, I don't think I would have went to college. But my experience, the first year was exactly what you guys were talking about. I screwed things up. I was partying, having a good time, and then finally, I realized the job that I was in wasn't a lifelong what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something bigger, better. So So that's what my motivation was. So,
Right.
I have to run,
Thank you,
but it was
Coach.
very nice meeting you two. Good seeing you two again. Thank
All right,
you.
Thank you, Coach.
Cool.
All right. Well, I hope that was helpful for you all to hear from him. I don't know if you knew he was a first generation college student. Yeah, and there are a lot of people out there. You may have no idea that they're first generation college students, like President Barack Obama. I think most people assume that he comes from a family of well-educated.
Wealth and education.
Exactly. And again, me being a first generation, I'm wearing my USC hoodie just to represent so that you know what's possible. So how did it make you feel listening to Coach Fly talk about his experience? Any insights or?
Just kind of like the Michelle Obama video is kind of inspirational because it just like it showed like what our expectations of college like they are true, but like he found a way to like push through it
Mm-hmm.
and like figure everything out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you think about what he said? Because this is going to lead us into what we do next. He had one person who pushed him, and it wasn't his parent, but it was his uncle, I believe. Is that right? Is that his uncle? Who pushed him and encouraged him? Does that give you any insight into sort of what you all are going through, or I'm gonna look to you, Brent, on that one. Yeah.
Well, like, since like my parents aren't supportive, like his uncle like just like made me like glad I came to this because like this has kind of been my push.
Great. Okay, wonderful. And there are many other resources out there for you all.
Well, for me, my dad wasn't he's not very supportive of college, but my brother was, because he went straight into the military and he wishes that he went to college, so
Mm-hmm.
and I talked to him about it, so he wants me to do that.
Good.
So he's supportive of it.
Okay, great. Wonderful. So what I'd like you to do, you all have your phones with you, right? Okay. I want you to bookmark this page. Okay. It's actually the page where that video is from Michelle Obama. And this is a resource for anyone, but it's specifically for first generation bound college students and students who are currently in college. It's imfirst.org. And it is a resource that there are dozens of student stories on there from different universities. USC is one of the biggest universities that's represented on there because they have a pretty big first generation program on campus that didn't exist when I was there a long time ago. And there are stories on there from presidents of colleges who are also first generation students. Okay, so it's a great resource, but aside from the stories, there are other things on there that are helpful to you all. Okay, so what I'd like us to do is just go around the group and sort of like what or what Coach said. Keyshawn's taking pictures of our small group, which is great.
I'll screenshot the website.
Okay, so bookmark that website because, like I said, it's a great resource. But like Coach Fly was saying, he had that one person who he could connect to, who was his encouragement. Let's just go around the group and share who that one or two people in your life could be. And it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could even it could be an organization or a resource as well. Okay? Anyone want to start?
Well, I already kind of started with like my brother.
Okay.
It's like, well, I talked to him, he's like, yeah, I know, like, dad and the other family's not really supportive, but this is what you want to do, like, I'll support you.
Okay, great.
Well, like I said, like this group's like helps me a lot, and my coach has helped a lot too.
Wonderful. Thanks, Brent.
I'll say probably my dad because he didn't have the money to go there and now he can send me there financially. Well, he's the most proud.
Okay. Thanks, Molly.
I'd say my grandparents because like they saw like my mom's parents, they saw her go straight into the military, so they like are proud to see like that not have to be the option and you like get to go to college.
Okay, wonderful. Well, great. Thank you all for sharing that. Now, we'll finish up with one other thing now. How about, who can you go to if you're not getting that encouragement from someone, from that person you just mentioned? What if one day they just don't give you the support you need? Who will you go to then?
Teachers or you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My school counselor is pretty helpful.
Okay, great. So just know that sometimes, people who you think may help you, and they most likely will, because they've had that tradition of helping you. But sometimes things change and people change, and you will find other resources. Okay, they're out there for you. But what we're going to do before we finish up, one, I just wanted to thank you all for coming to this group, because I think it's been very powerful, and I think it's been good for all of us. What I'll have you do is, when we first started, we did a pre-test and you answered a bunch of questions to see where you're at. I'm going to have you do a post-test, but we can chat while you do it, okay? But we did a lot of different activities. We did the family tree, we did the beliefs today, we did the Michelle Obama video, and we discussed different colleges. And because I feel this group, we've done quite a bit as 11th graders, what I'm going to offer next year, and I would hope you all sign up for it, we're going to actually do a small group workshop, okay, where we can actually start early on, and I can help you all actually complete college application. And we have a college checklist. I gave you all a college checklist on that first day, and we just didn't have enough time to get through some of those materials. But being that you all will be seniors next year, we need to start on this early. And I will help you out as much as possible, and it'll be workshop type of groups, and we can also talk too while we do those things, okay? But I'm going to pass out the post test, so feel free to go through that, and then I'm just going to, I'll chat while you all do this. So if you want to, Jade, can you pass these around? And yeah, take a pencil, eat some snacks while we do this. And I just wanted to tell you all that I think you all did a great job sharing and giving feedback and supporting one another. And I look forward to you being in the next group. And reach for your dreams, okay? Do what you do, and you all know that you can always come to me for help or support. And not only me, but many other people at the high school. And just take advantage of those resources you all have, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I'll just collect these when you're done, okay? And then I want to wish you all a good summer, okay? Make the right choices and enjoy your summer, all right?
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, guys.